more targeted support that focuses on building their mental and emotional resilience. In this week's Spotlight, Cheryl Goh looks at the efforts that are being made to keep caregivers here fighting fit.
Angelina Cheang is in her late 70s and for almost 2 decades has been caring for her aunt, Ms Nellie Seow. Ms Seow is a 3-time stroke survivor who requires help for almost all her daily needs. The only time Ms Cheang gets a bit of a break is during the few hours that Madam Seow goes for therapy at the stroke support station. And as Singapore's population ages, such drop-in services are more in demand than ever before. The government created 5,000 daycare places last year, with plans to add another 1,200 by 2020.
I suppose it takes time to understand and appreciate what she's going through. And at times, I suppose, we're all human. We get a little impatient sometimes. I get satisfaction from seeing her so well, you know, and she's happy. That is what's important to me.
While experienced caregivers like Ms Cheang here are coping well, not all caregivers are as fortunate. Some of the more commonly known caregiver stresses include insufficient sleep and fatigue, as well as self-doubt and lack of personal time. That's why the National Council of Social Service commissioned this toolkit last year. It contains questions to help social service agencies identify specific issues caregivers face so they can help manage the stress.
A lot of caregivers have benefited from it because they didn't realize that there are perhaps a couple of health aspects that themselves.
It can be even tougher for people who care for those with mental health disorders. The Caregivers Alliance says there are over 400,000 such caregivers here. Since 2012, it has offered training programs for them and encouraged them to form support groups. About 3,000 have benefited so far, and the Alliance says funding is needed to help more caregivers. So it's good news that efforts will be ramped up. Earlier this week, the Health Ministry said it would lead a review on improving support for those who care for the elderly.
I think the best caregiving really is from the family, and if we can enhance that experience and make it easier for them to navigate the caregiving space, I think we can then fulfill one of our needs, which is to age in place. And we then don't dislocate the elderly from what they've been used to, the society they've been living in, and from the family and emotional support that they have.
Observers say authorities and voluntary welfare organizations should work together to provide more community-based services, like affordable meal delivery, home care, and cleaning services. This way, caregivers won't be swamped by other responsibilities beyond taking care of their family members, and can find the time to get the rest and self-care they may not even realize they need.
Very important and meaningful service there. Well, that's it for Singapore Tonight. Thank you for your company. Have a good evening.